Basho, Senshuraku it's known as, which translates to delights of 1,000 autumns, but doesn't quite mean that. So there's the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri. There's that sukuinage they call it, that rising movement. It's meant to be very difficult to do, has to be done very carefully. As he stamps his feet to the ground, the crowd cry out. Symbolic of crushing skulls, apparently, or perhaps driving the devils from the ring. So accompanied by his two companions, he leaves the ring, and it's a full house on this last day of Senshuraku. He's won the Asasekiryu won the tournament, but it's a final day to go. A chance for many wrestlers to maybe get kachikoshi, more wins and losses, and perhaps get some tournament prizes. So here we have Wakatoba against Kaiho. Kaiho with only 5 wins, and Wakatoba with 7 wins. So Wakatoba comfortable as far as staying in the Makuuchi division goes. Kaiho resigned perhaps to dropping down, whether he wins this one or not. He'll go down as Wakatoba, who lifts him up and dumps him over the edge. Gets the 8th win and kachikoshi. And it's Kaiho who has to be content with 5 wins and 10 losses. Well, he'll almost certainly go down to the Jurio division at 30 years old. Maybe he'll rethink his sumo career. Many of them stay in sumo in one form or another. Either they run their own stable, although that requires a lot of money, or a wealthy supporter, or you need to marry the stable boss's daughter. Now Dejima against Jumonji. Jumonji with 6 wins, Dejima with 6 wins. Neither of these two will get kachikoshi. Dejima leading in. He had that knee operated on and it hasn't really recovered. You can see him there protecting it as he goes over the edge. He couldn't really take any pressure on that one. Jumonji wins that one comfortably. 7th win for him, 9th loss for Dejima. They do certainly have a lot of injuries, these guys. All of them taped up. Just look at these two. Wrists, ankles, knees. So it's Otsukasa. Otsukasa with 7 wins. Chance for him to get kachikoshi against Tochisakae on the right with 5 wins. Otsukasa going hard, almost driven to the edge, but then it's the manager's a pull down. Tsukiotoshi win for Otsukasa. 8 wins for him. And kachikoshi, well, he was right at the bottom end of the Maigashira rankings, at Maigashira 15. So that's saved him. That will push him up the Maigashira rankings a bit with his kachikoshi result. Now Shimotori, he's got 7 wins. Maigashira 12, a little bit close to the bottom. Fighting Kasuganishiki, who's got 5 wins. But it's Shimotori who takes that one. Kachikoshi for him. And an extension of his life in the Makuuchi division. Previous Basho he was in Jurio. Before that he had 3 Bashos in the Makuuchi. Kasuganishiki much the same. He was previous Basho. He's been in and out of both the Jurio division and the Makuuchi division. This is about his level really. Iwakiyama, he's had a good tournament, 10 wins. If he wins this one, he'll almost certainly get one of the tournament prizes, probably the technique prize. He's got that fast, frenetic movement that works so well in sumo. If you just keep moving and from side to side, up and down, it's very unsettling for the other opponent. There was the wrestler Kotonishiki, now retired a year or so ago, who was very good at that. He won 2 tournaments as a low-ranking wrestler, as a Maigashira wrestler. So Iwakiyama's got something of that quality in his movements. So 11th win for him, and almost certainly a prize, probably the Gino Show, the technique prize. Two wrestlers now with both exactly the same results. Both have got 7 wins and 7 losses. Both are fairly comfortable as far as their position goes in the Maegashira rankings. Shuzan jumping the gun there. Well, we see any number of bouts with against Takanonami all going wrong. They cannot read him, and he does it deliberately. Here we go again. So that's a little bit of scolding from the chief judge there, Chiyonofuji. Takanonami, here we have a third go, and now it's Takanonami is not cooperating. He's got to harmonise his movements, and he doesn't. And the other wrestlers try to read him and think he's going to go now, and finally he does it. Now Kyokushuzan there, turning the bigger man round. He's keeping this twisting movement going, and that's going rather nicely. Still keeping the twisting movement going. Now Takanonami has his chance to do that lock underneath. More twisting movements from Kyokushuzan. Almost got right behind Takanonami there. Takanonami looking for that arm lock hold there over the top part of the arm and underneath. Kyokushuzan slowed down a little bit there. There's not too much he can do there. Tries a lift. Well, the Mongolians are certainly going for these lifts these days at Tsukiage. It's been quite some time since we've seen those moves in any abundance in the sumo, and here we are. They're resurrecting it. So a Tsukiage win there by Kyokushuzan. 8th win for him, and Kachikoshi much better than his previous basho when he only had 4 wins. Makikoshi for Takanonami. Well, this is the Aki Basho there, Oyakata now, of the Azumazaki stable. Now we have Asasekiryu fights Kakizoe. Both at 136 kilos. Kakizoe with a badly taped up left leg. Mongolian Asasekiryu looks the lighter of the two. Kakizoe somewhat looks slightly fatter, but the weight, the scales show them is very much the same man. Asasekiryu wins that nicely with that pull down. So 7 wins for him. He's got Makikoshi, but nevertheless not a bad result. Overall, previous basho he had 10 wins, so he slid back a bit, but he's comfortable near the top of the Maegashira rankings. 7th loss for Kakizoe, and overall a Kachikoshi result for him. More wins than losses. Buyuzan against Hokutoriki. Hokutoriki going straight for the shoulders. Buyuzan though still moving forward. That all important forward movement in sumo. Whatever you do, you just have to keep moving forward. And it's Buyuzan who makes that forward movement pay as he drives Hokutoriki over the edge. Oshitaoshi win for Buyuzan. Kyokutenho, he's got 10 wins, as has Kotomitsuki, both of them in double digits. So one or other of them will get a technique prize. It's Kyokutenho locking in tight, using his greater length of arm to catch the belt. Kotomitsuki tries a grip change there. Makikai brings it off, manages to get his arm on the inside, and then takes a much deeper grip with his left arm, and then starts rocking Kyokutenho from side to side. So Kotomitsuki takes his 11th win, and that was the 5th loss for Kyokutenho. But Kyokutenho beat some good guys on his run up to this last day. He beat Musayama, Wakanosato and Kaiho. 2 Ozeki wins there. So Kyokutenho, of the two, more likely to get one of the prizes, possibly the Shukun Sho or the Outstanding Performer prize. Now we have Tokitsuumi against Tochinonada. These two have fought 10 times. Tochinonada's won 6 of those. Tochinonada with 7 wins. The win here will give him Kachikoshi, and possibly pushing back up into the Sanyaku ranks, the lowest of the Sanyaku ranks, the Komusubi rank. Now that's an abrupt turn there, switch from push to pull, and Tochinonada takes that 8th win with tsukiotoshi, thrust drop throw, and almost certainly promotion for him up to the Komusubi rank. Here's the crowd who love Takami Sakari. He's got 9 wins on his way. He beat Kaiho and Tochiozuma, so that's 2 Ozekis. Aminishiki looking rather nonchalant there as the crowd cheer his opponent on. Aminishiki with 9 wins, Takami Sakari with 9 wins, full start from Aminishiki. Well, we have seen Takami Sakari rattled in the past. There's one bout where he wasn't even aware he was meant to start, and the other guy just beat him as he was standing there daydreaming. So Aminishiki there making all the going, charges out, keeps Takami Sakari going, and there's a leg trip, and down goes Takami Sakari. So that's 6th loss for him, 10th win for Aminishiki. He looks a little bit upset by that one, but that was certainly went down hard there from Aminishiki's Makiotoshi. That was a twist drop throw. 10th win for Aminishiki. Double digits for him. Kotori has only got 4 wins so far. Tochinonada with 6 wins. Tochinonada at the Komusubi rank will go down to the Maigashiro ranks again. Previous Basho he had 10 wins. Pushed him up into his current rank, but well, Tochinonada takes the win there, 7 wins. Still Makikoshi, not as good as previously when he had 10 wins, and that was Kotori's 11th loss. A little bit of prize money, some 60,000 yen in those envelopes, though by the time tax and what have you is deducted, there's only about 30,000 yen left. Now we have Toki. He's at Komusubi rank, he's only got 6 wins. Whether he wins this or not, he'll drop down to Maigashiro 1 or Maigashiro 2. And it's, well, Toki wins that one as Tamanoshima goes past, but the referees are not quite sure. Well, it looked like Tamanoshima went down first. So they're affirming the referee's score, the referee's decision. He gave it to Toki, and although the judges round the ring had a little chat about it, they backed him up. So Toki wins that one, 7th win for him. Tamanoshima comfortable anyway at 9 wins and 5 losses. And this is the Surobumi, one of these many rituals you get in sumo. Now we have the giant killer, Wakanosato. He's got double-digit wins, 10 wins. Here fighting Yabayama. They fought 13 times in the past. Yabayama's won 9 of those, but Wakanosato seems to be getting a little bit stronger. Gradually, bit by bit. His previous Basho, he had 10 wins. The one before that, 9 wins. Already he's got 10. If he wins this one, that'll be 11. So Wakanosato takes his 11th win, and almost certainly that 11 wins here, 10 wins in the previous Basho, that's 21. So he needs, say, about 12 wins in the Kyushu Basho, and that will qualify him for promotion to Ozeki. Now the last couple of bouts, well, these two are out of the race for the cup. It's already been decided, but these two have fought 20 times in the past. Tochiozuma has won 11 of those 20. Jumping the gun there, came in very low, looking for the front of Chiyotakai's belt. See if we can reverse that or change that tactic on the Shikiri no Aoshi. Tochiozuma is certainly recovering his old form. 10 wins so far. Previous Basho only had 7 wins, and they finally have a good head-banging start. Chiyotakai going for the Tsupari on the drive, and he forces Tochiozuma out. The old Chiyotakai with his Normal charge there, looking strong again. He seems to be changing somewhat his tactics, whereas in the past he was more or less straight arming his opponents out with the oshidashi. He's now seems to be copying the now retired wrestler Terao, who used to do these whirlwind putty attacks. See more of those now. Asashoryu against Kaiho. They fought 10 times. Kaiho, however, has won their last 3 encounters. And weight-wise, there's about 30 kilos difference between the two of them. Asashoryu, 22 years old. Kaiho, 31 years old. Kaiho's won 4 tournaments in the past. Asashoryu's won 3 in the past. So how will the smaller Yokozuna handle this one? Comes out, leads with the shoulders. Not a head charge there. Very quick off the mark. And down to the crouch down again. And it's a hard start. Asashoryu gets the 2 arms on the inside. Pushes Kaiho right to the edge, lifts him up and dumps him out. And it's the Mongolian Yokozuna demonstrating his superior power. Let's watch that one again. There's the grip change, goes on the inside. Not a good move for Kaiho, shouldn't have allowed him to do that. And there he starts lifting him up and driving him out. Well, we've seen those sukuinage moves, that lift up move by the other Mongolians. 13 wins for Asashoryu against 2 losses. 8 losses for Kaiho and Makikoshi. And there's the band skate on the final day. It's the victory for Asashoryu, his 4th tournament victory. And behind him there were 4 people with 11 wins and 4 losses. Chiyotai Kai, Wakanosato, Iwakiyama and Kotomitsuki. The Juryo winner was, that's the division below, was Takekaze, and the division below that, the